Imagine one day you're 45 years old and you're still in the same position as you were at the age of 20. I currently work at a part time job at a local fast food restaurant just to make some extra cash. And I've been there for a few years, probably close to 5 years as of now. And I remember once I joined, when I first started working at this restaurant, I didn't really think too much of the people that I was working with. I kind of just saw them as my co-workers and colleagues. And don't get me wrong, I still do see them as my colleagues. But as I'm coming close to being 5 years at this job, it's scary to think that around 60 to 65% of the people that I work with, they're over the age of 30. And before I go on any further, I just want to clarify that I don't hate or despise anyone that works a minimum wage job at a fast food place or stocking up shelves, regardless of your age. I understand that people need to make money to survive and pay the bills and help support their family. But it just makes me really sad and just makes me think, like, you're not worth the $15 per hour that you make. Like, you are absolutely not worth $25,000 per year. Like, I really think we're worth a lot more than that. But there's this issue that I need to address, and it's been on my mind for quite a while. And for this, I'm going to have to talk about one of my colleagues at work. I'm not going to reveal his name or anything, for privacy reasons obviously, but we'll pretend that his name is Harrison. Now, Harrison is close to being 40 years old. I believe he's 38 or 39 as of right now. And I remember when I joined this job 5 years ago, Harrison was working there at the same job, same spot and everything. And we've talked here and there while we were at work. And I remember he told me that he's been working at the same job, at the same place that we currently work at for the last 21 or 22 or 23 years, something like that. We'll just say 2004. So he's been working since 2004 at the same job, still as a team member, like at the same position that everyone joins in when they first start working at this place. And before I go on any further, I just want to make it clear that I'm not trying to talk crap about people. I'm not trying to shame other people or paint my coworker in a negative way or anything. I'm more so just talking about the consequences of your actions, your decisions, and all that sort of stuff. So Harrison is about 5'10", 5'11", close to 6 feet, I would say. And the thing with Harrison is that he is slightly overweight and he eats a lot of junk food. And one of the bonuses at our workplace, since we work at fast food, is that during your break times at work, you're entitled to free food. So obviously, most people are going to resort to junk food during their break times. And the thing with Harrison is that I always see him eat junk food for his breaks whenever we're at work. So I can only presume that he's been doing this 5 days a week since he's working full time for the last 22 years. And the crazy thing is that I believe that he has so much potential within him. As I mentioned before, he's close to 6 feet tall. And this guy could honestly become a professional basketball player if he wanted to. Or professional sports player, or tennis player, badminton player, because of his height advantage. And oftentimes at work, he does talk often, and he often makes funny jokes and comments and whatnot. And I honestly think that he could have become a comedian. He has a personality, he has the traits, he has all the qualities to become a comedian. However, he did tell me at some point that he did have a troubled childhood. Like, I know he had a rough upbringing and a rough start to life, if I'm not mistaken. And I know he did drop out of high school at the age of 15 or 16. So I can understand why he resorted to this lifestyle. But it makes me really sad that he has no way to escape. Like, he's been stuck in the same situation and same position in life for the last 20 years. And will continue to do so until he retires. Like, I feel so bad for the guy. Like, he's had no bonuses in pay. He has had no increases, no increase in salary, no promotions. And he's been stuck at minimum wage. And has been for the last 22 years. And the thing is, this is exactly what I'm scared of. Like, this is who I do not want to become. And I really hope that this doesn't happen to me at all. And the thing is, there's about a few 25, 26, 27-year-olds that I work with. And to be honest with you, it seems like they're headed towards the same situation as well. Possibly making minimum wage for life. It kind of breaks my heart, knowing that there's so many people headed this direction. And what I want to address is that Harrison is just an example. And there's so many others more at my workplace and all over the world. Another thing I want to address is that there are people that I work with, and they have families, and they have 2 or 3 kids of their own, and they're in their 40s and 50s. And they're literally making minimum wage while having 2 or 3 or 4 kids. They're stuck making $500 per week, all for providing for a family of 4 or 5. And I don't know if it's just me, but that really scares me. Making minimum wage, your partner probably doesn't work, and you have to support your entire family. But it is likely they probably get government assistance or government funding to help provide for their day-to-day needs. But literally, this is who I do not want to be. And I don't want to end up like this. Nor do I want anyone else to end up like this. Honestly, stay in school, go to college, get into trades. Have recognizable skills and qualities that can make you employable. Perhaps start a business, start a YouTube channel, provide services for other people. Do anything and everything you can to put yourself out there. I guess the key thing is, I just don't want to be stuck making minimum wage, doing meaningless and repetitive tasks for the rest of my life. And look, as I said before, I'm not trying to hate or judge anyone. I respect everyone that works any sort of jobs for a living. I have huge respect for you if you're supporting your wife, your husband, and your kids, even though it might not be comfortable for you. I respect everyone regardless. But it just makes me insane. And I know it would just make me insane to make minimum wage for the rest of my life. Stay strong. The future is counting on you. Pomegranate 454 signing out.